Top 10 MLB DH, 5 to number 1, 2015 edition. Let's go. At number 5, Kendrys Morales, the age of 32. This is a guy that was in the Angels organization for pretty much most of his career, and then he bounced around from the Mariners to the Twins, back to the Mariners, and then he got signed by the Royals. And this is a guy that was trying to find himself like he was in Los Angeles. Again, in Los Angeles, he was a guy that was a dangerous hitter. Like you don't want to pitch to him. He's gonna hurt you bad, because he can hit and he can hit the long ball. But he lost that and he started declining, and to the point where people were like, well, looks like he's really not the best anymore. He's not like up there, and what's the point of us really what's the point of really taking a shot with Kendrys Morales if he's just gonna get like maybe 8, 9 home runs, not really much production. I mean, yeah, there's no use. But the Royals took a chance. They said, you know what, I think we can use him, and because of the Royals, his career has just turned around tremendously, and I love it because I liked watching Kendrys Morales for the longest time in the Angels, and I thought he was gonna be the exact same. I thought he was going to produce a lot. I thought he was going to be one of those really great players that was going to come down to being just one of the best players to come from Cuba. I really thought he was just really talented, and he just made a slip up. But with all that said, he got to the Royals, and he helped them win a World Series. I mean, all in all, Kansas City, you finally got your ring. I'm glad. I'm glad the Royals won. First of all, I'm glad they won. They deserve it. The Mets did too, but I knew the Kansas City Royals, they needed that. They needed that championship. They needed that revigoration of a city of believing in this team, because this team is talented, and I think they can do it again if they keep their core of guys. I believe Kansas City has a chance of repeating as champs. They are really talented. But I mean, you're looking at, even though he didn't really win awards with the Angels, he was a productive hitter. Like this was a guy that was productive, that not many pitchers wanted to pitch against him, and because of this, I mean, he's got a 2-year, $17 million contract with the Royals still, and I know he's going to be playing to the same par that he did this year. And what did this year accumulate to? Well, this year was pretty good. 158 games played, 569 at bats, 81 runs, 165 hits, 41 doubles, 2 triples, 22 home runs, 106 RBIs, 58 walks, 103 strikeouts, 290 average, 362 on base, 45 slugging, and 80.47 OPS. Yeah, this guy revigorated his career, and I wish him nothing but the best. He is going to make sure. I know he will produce within those 2 years, and I can't wait to see Kendrys Morales again next year and help Kansas City possibly win a back-to-back World Championship. Number 4, Victor Martinez, age of 36. He has been with the Tigers for 4 years as of right now. His contract is 3 more years, $51 million with the Detroit Tigers. By the time he is done with that contract, I am suspecting that he will either have 1 more year in him at age 40, or he'll be retiring. Either way, right now he has earned himself number 4, to the reason that he has always been a very, very, very good hitter. He's always been productive, and he's always helped whichever team he has been on, whether it be the Indians, the Red Sox, and including the Tigers. He is one of those guys that are irreplaceable, like a Miguel Cabrera, hitting wise, and he's done nothing but great things in Detroit. Last year he was in the ballot for MVP. This year he kind of went down in the way of his numbers from last year, but he was still productive, and I can't downgrade him to not be on this list at all, because he still belongs on this list, and he belongs high on this list because of this, because of his impact on the team. You're looking at a 5-time All-Star, won the Edgar Martinez Award, and he's been a 2-time Silver Slugger. So he's won awards and he's been recognized, and that's what I want to see. I mean, because he deserves it, for sure. Again, his stats. I mean, 120 games played. He went to the plate 440 times, 39 runs, 108 hits, had 20 doubles, 11 home runs, 64 RBIs, 31 walks, 52 strikeouts, 245 batting average, 301 on base, 366 slugging, and a 667 OPS. So yeah, it went down from what last year he had like 32 home runs, 103 RBIs. But his presence of when he's gone is a big deal. He played 151 games last year. He only played 120, and look what the Tigers did. They didn't get to the postseason. I'm not just saying just because of him. I mean, there was other factors in there. Miguel was injured. The pitching wasn't there, but Victor Martinez has a lot to say about where this team goes. If he's healthy and he's playing up to par, and Miguel is playing MVP wise, and everyone is doing, Tigers are a good team. They're a contending team actually for the World Series. But without a Victor Martinez, I think he's like irreplaceable in his own right, and he is very valuable to this team. And you got to give it to him. Victor Martinez, number 4, he deserves it. And good job to you, buddy. I hope you do continue to produce and become productive. And I really hope you get a World Series win. I think you need a World Series for being such a great DH. He definitely has deserved it. So I hope he does get one, as well as Miguel. Even though he did win one with the Marlins, he wasn't as relevant as he is now. Hopefully he gets one now that he is such a star. So both of them, wish them luck, but it's all about Victor Martinez in this countdown, and I hope so that you continue to do what you can, and that is being Victor Martinez and a tremendously gifted hitter. Number 4, Victor Martinez, everyone. Number 3, Edwin Encarnacion. Um, we all know this Blue Jays team has a lot of power and a lot of offense, and they got there to the ALCS, and unfortunately got shut down by the Kansas City Royals. But nothing tarnishes what they did this season. They were fantastic, entertaining, definitely an entertaining team to watch. You wanted to see them hit another home run, another one, and another one. And one of the key guys on that team was Edwin Encarnacion, and he's going to continue to be that key guy on this team if they want to get back to the postseason for next year. Again, he's got one more year on his contract, $9.667 million. There's nothing I can tell you that really I can talk about him all day. Edwin Encarnacion is just one of those unique guys that just you really don't want to face. Like he's gonna have those streaks where he continues to have home runs and home runs and home runs. He does have those occasional like he can't really hit much, but once he gets like really hot and he just starts hitting home runs, he won't be stopped easily. He is extremely fun to watch. I like watching him. And again, I mean, looking at it, he has had recognition for his play. Being a two-time All-Star, he's had that. People have recognized him a lot more, and they should, because he has a lot of power and he has a lot to give. You're looking at 146 games played, 528 at-bats, 94 runs, 146 hits, 31 doubles, 39 home runs, 111 RBIs, 77 walks, 98 strikeouts, 3 stolen bases, 277 average, 372 on base, 557 slugging, and 929 OPS. That is tremendous numbers. That is great numbers, and that is numbers that Toronto needs if they want to have this offense, you know, up there, And I think just because I know they have Donaldson, the MVP, and they have Bautista, and they have Russell Martin. I mean, they have everything, but I think really a big nucleus of this team is Edward Encarnacion, and I don't think they want to lose him. So next year they're gonna need hard to get him his cash because he is worth a lot, and if they don't give him enough, some other team will, and that includes the big buyers. Like Yankees are always in the mix. Red Sox you could put in there because David Ortiz is retiring. So you have teams that are looking for a DH, looking for that power, looking for that extra bump to get to the World Series. So Blue Jays, they got to be careful. They lost David Price already. I don't think they can afford to lose Edwin Encarnacion. He's a great hitter, but great job, number 3 on this list. Entertaining to watch. If you ever get to watch him, watch him. He's entertaining. Number 2, Nelson Cruz, age 35, and he is a part of the Seattle Mariners. His contract states that he is going to stay there for 3 years, $42.75 million that he will be having in those 3 years. Pretty much, this is a guy that can carry a team. This is a guy that people know that he could definitely do a lot of damage offensively. And yes, he did play 80 games right field, and he played only 72 DH. I could put him as a right fielder, but I'd rather put him as a DH. The reason, because there's a lot of right fielders that are really talented, and putting him in, I could put him in both lists, but I feel like that'd be weird, and I don't like ever putting guys on two lists. It just, for the position right now, it's just, to me, I think it'd be kind of, I just wouldn't like it. I need to have, new guys on new lists. So I do respect the guy. Nelson Cruz is cool. He's awesome. But I can't put him in two lists. It's just not my motto. It's not like what I want to do. Again, he spent pretty much where he flourished. I mean, you got the Texas Rangers. He started his career in the Brewers, but I'm not too familiar with him at doing that much stuff in Milwaukee because of that just 1 year. And people know him more often as with the Texas Rangers, with the Baltimore Orioles that 1 year where he just flat out just dominated. And Seattle Mariners, what he's doing right now in Seattle is, incredible too. His power is really raw. It's just awesome, and it's nice to see. And at 35, he looks like he just will not stop. He's a monster. Again, four-time All-Star, a Silver Slugger. He's won the ALCS MVP, home run leader. He's been to the World Series twice with the Rangers. Hasn't gotten that World Series title. For me, I hope he does one day. He's a great player to watch. Even with the whole steroid use and him getting caught of that, he was still entertaining for me to watch. And I mean, I remember watching the ALCS when they played the Tigers. 6 home runs in a single postseason series and 13 RBIs as well with that. Yeah, the Tigers could not stop him. I mean, he was just there, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna continue to hit, and I'm gonna continue to dominate, and you are gonna sit back and watch me just take this Rangers team to the World Series." And you know what? He did that. He's an unbelievable player. A lot of optimism with this guy, all the time, and I've always liked him all the time. Again, 152 games played, 590 at bats, 90 runs scored, 178 hits, 22 doubles, one triple, 44 home runs, 93 RBIs, walked 59 times, struck out 164 times, three stolen bases, 302 average, 369 on base, 566 slugging, and 936 OPS. His offense was awesome this year. Again, 302 average. He got on base a lot, and he hit a lot, and he was able to get there, and he was able to create offense for the Seattle Mariners. It was disappointing for me to see the Seattle Mariners lacking, and I thought they would be in the postseason, and they disappointed me on that. But other than that, I have nothing bad to say about Nelson Cruz. This guy is number two on this list, and yeah, he is one of the best DH, one of the best DH like hitters in the game, behind David Ortiz, which number one I will talk about right now. I think I can make just a gigantic piece on David Ortiz. I can't take just 3 minutes. I can take a whole 20 minutes of a video talking about this man, because of his influence. Just like a Derek Jeter, I can take 20 minutes because they meant so much to this game, and they meant so much to baseball. And in their positions, they have been respected for so long, and they have done it for so long, and they've done it consistently, and just with production for so long. And you're looking at this man; he deserves to be number one. I always have put David Ortiz number one, and it's not going to change. I could have put him, number two if he was starting to, go down in production. No, he's still at the same level that he was back in 2004. I mean, he still has the same numbers pretty much. He swings, and he always connects. He's always just a dangerous hitter no matter what age. He can be 50, and I think he can literally have like 40 home runs in a year and like 120 RBIs around there. He still has that in him. Now, everyone is saying, could he be in the Hall of Fame, or will that whole steroid use, will that tarnish him from that? I have to say, I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I think he will be in the Hall of Fame because he's, yes, that happened once, and yes, I know about that whole thing, how he got, caught with that, but you look at his postseason, he's one of the biggest heroes in postseason history for the Red Sox. Everything that you see with the Red Sox winning all the World Series and everything like that. He's had so many heroics. He's had so many moments in the postseason. Give me like a top 10 list of postseason moments. I mean, he's got to be at least like maybe four around there. Four of them had to be just him, because the way he changed postseason series, the way he changed that, it's incredible how he was just such a big influence and how he just turned it around. And I mean, he was part of that reverse the curse of that 2004 Boston team that was down 3-0 to the Yankees. And because of him, they got there. There was different moments like the Tigers when they were down 2-1, and um, actually, sorry, yeah, I think they were down 2-1. I'm not too sure right now, but they were down in the game, and they were probably going to take it. Detroit was going to take it to Game 3 to Detroit, or was it Game 4? But really, he had this big hit, monster hit, and that actually tied the series up. My bad. Game 2. Detroit was up 1-0 in the 2013 ALCS, and he made sure he tied that series because of that big home run. And we all know about Torrey Hunter and the police, the Boston police cop, the guy with the big celebration. We all know that will be a history in the history books forever. Everyone will know what that is. What happened with Torrey Hunter and the cop that had his hands up in the air. And it was one of those moments that you just have to be. It's just chill to the bone. And even with me, I mean, I'm already at like 3 minutes, and I have not even like discussed anything that he's done really. It's a tipping point, but he's been such a great player, and I'm going to miss him. I think the Red Sox rivalry will not be the same without him. I think the Red Sox Yankees rivalry is going to diminish because of losing Mo and losing Pettit and losing Jeter, losing Posada, and now losing Ortiz. Having the whole shift of just pretty much the whole shift of players retiring, and then it's a new wave of talent, a new wave of young talent. I know the Red Sox Yankees rivalry will still be there, but it's not going to be the same. It's going to have its moments eventually. Once everyone is set in stone, I think this will be a great rivalry again. But without a David Ortiz, without a Derek Jeter, etc., it's going to be a little weird, and everyone's going to miss him. He was such a great ball player, and just what an athlete and what a character. He was a great character, funny, and he showed emotion, a lot of charisma. He was an awesome baseball player, and he's the best DH of all time. He will be in the Hall of Fame. I guarantee you, he will be in Cooperstown at one point. I mean, you're looking at his highlights, his awards. Sorry, I mean, you got World Series champion 3 times. He's won the World Series MVP in 2013 when he was in. I mean, he was unstoppable. He kept hitting the ball, and there was no one that was gonna um, at all stop him from getting home runs, getting hits, everything. It's like he saw the ball like it was a basketball. He hit it so perfect, and it was incredible how easy he made it look at that age. And you're looking at, I mean, ALCS MVP award, 9-time All-Star, 6-time Silver Slugger, 7-time Edgar Martinez award, home run leader. He was a 2-time RBI leader, and of course he's part of the 500 home run club. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, you're looking at this year. At the age of 39, 40, I mean, 146 games played, 528 at bats, 73 runs scored, 144 hits, 37 doubles, 37 home runs, 108 RBIs, 77 walks, 95 strikeouts, had 273 average, a 360 on base, a 553 slug, and a 913 OPS. He was able to still be productive for this team, and 18 years of this guy. It's incredible to see how influential he is to the game, how just just a great player overall, a great person, and a great personality, but also what he's been able to bring to Boston, that uniqueness. And he is like Ted Williams. He is another guy that is the head of the Red Sox. He'll always be that Red Sox. He will be a Red Sox for life, and he will have a statue one day in Fenway Park at the front, and it will have Dave Ortiz there because he deserves it. He deserves to be one of the head guys in Boston in that franchise, and he should be recognized for that because he has done so much for that organization, and he's been so important, and he's just an incredible ball player. I can't thank him enough for what he's done for the game for me, because I love the game because of David Ortiz as well. A lot of players that I've loved A lot of players. I'm a definitely. I love players. I love looking at players. And David Ortiz is one of them. That made me just love baseball even more because of the action he brought and the way he played the game. It was incredible. I wish you a great season. I hope you do get one more shot at the postseason. I want to see the Red Sox in the postseason because of David Ortiz. I want to see you do something so special and so magical. And even if you don't win, I'm letting you know right now you are a great champion, and you deserve nothing but the best. And you will be enshrined into Cooperstown in the future. Great player, nothing but respect for the guy, and that's it. Number one, he marks it down, and that's the DHs. And the DH list will not be the same without him, but next year I'll have the new list, and we'll see who gets number one. But happy retirement to David Ortiz after this season, and I hope you have a tremendous year, and I hope you keep hitting home runs. Thank you, Big Poppy, and we all appreciate you.